Hello, greetings to you wherever you are watching me from. So, welcome back to the fourth part of my fourth year Quinceañera Cake. Thank you for joining me again in the progress of this journey. I apologize for the delay in uploading this segment. I've been overwhelmed with a number of activities. Now it's here. Anyways, this part is simply about the doweling and some stacking of the cake design. You would see from the thumbnail that the cake is a fourth year plainly designed with smooth finish. Even though it's plainly designed, there was a lot of work and dedication devoted into it to give it that smooth finish all around the 4 tiers. And the 4 tiers are separated by 3 acrylic cake separators in between each tiers, and then the entire cake adorned with flowers. I'm using artificial flowers, as you saw in the few seconds before. Earlier in this video, I was preparing the artificial flowers, roses and peonies. Is made up of made up of white and peach flowers, and also gold leaves. I didn't record the segment where I was putting the flowers together, where I was using floral tapes to put them together in bouquet, and also putting the leaves, the individual gold leaves, together using my floral tape. Now that at this particular segment, what I'm simply doing is ensuring that I'm measuring out my cake center. You saw earlier I used my long ruler to ensure I marked out my cake center to know where to place my next item on, which is my acrylic separator. As you saw there, I've already doweled the cake. I'm using the PME 12 inches wedding cake dowels for this purpose because it is large, and I've used about 5 of them, 1 in the dead center and then about 4 around it, making sure that it's inside the circle upon which this acrylic cake separator is going to sit on. And now you saw that I used royal icing and applied it on my cake before placing my acrylic cake separator. That acrylic cake separator is 8 inches in diameter. Royal icing, you can make it yourself. It's only 2 ingredients: icing sugar and 1 egg white. That depends on the quantity you're making. And this, I've now moved on to the second and bottom tier of the cake. This one is 10 inches in diameter, and the acrylic cake topper separator on top of it is 6 inches in diameter. And just to remind myself as well, the first tier I set up was the 12 inches round tier. So I'm now working on the 10 inches round tier using with the acrylic cake topper of 6 inches. Now I'm again doweling. I've already measured my cake, as you saw earlier, to ensure that it is well centered, it is not moved to one side too much. So this one now, I'm using edible marker to mark out the segment of the dowels I need to cut out. So I've now cut that out and reinserted my dowels back into my cake. It is not the same height of my cake as you saw. Now, and you can see the pattern of the doweling. I'm now applying royal icing onto that surface before now placing my 6 inches acrylic cake separator on the area where I have marked. So ensuring that it is well centered, well structured, well studied. Now I've moved on to the third tier. Before doing that, I'm using my spirit leveler to ensure that to assure myself actually that my cake is well centered, so once each tier is well centered, there'll be no difficulty with stacking it up at the venue, and making sure every one of them is centered. Now again, moved on to this next tier. With this one, it's 7 inches round in diameter. Again, ensuring that using my long ruler and my paring knife, marking out the center, ensuring that it is well centered. Then place my smallest acrylic cake separator. This one is 4 inches in diameter. Put it in the center, again using my ruler to make sure that there's equal space on all sides of the cake after the acrylic separator. Now, I'm not doweling the cake. I'm going to be using three of those cake dowels for this tier. This is a 7 inches in round tier. So again, I've inserted three, marked out the area of the dowel, excess area of the dowel I need to cut off. Now, reinserted it back, applied my royal icing for adhesive purpose so that it gets stuck on together properly, no movement. Again, now placed my topper on it. So this is the end of this segment, which is simply about doweling and doing some stacking. This is how, or this was how the cakes were delivered to the venue before they were eventually put together as one piece. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave me a comment, like, subscribe, share, watch, and I'll see you in the final part. Bye for now.